What's going on, peeps? It's Wrath here, hanging out today playing some more Idle Heroes. Today we're on the PVP account, I guess you could call it. The middlest account, the O+. Today we're talking about the new rework of Starlight, the new events and all that jazz like we normally do. So starting things out, we'll just kind of do a quick read over of the new notice area. First up, they reworked Starlight's skills, and they went actually beyond that entirely. They actually reworked the entire way she looked, which is actually really cool. Didn't expect it, so that's kind of awesome. They added her to the Glorious Temple, put her in the Super Wishing Fountain rotation. Also, you can get her from Elite 5-star shards, and she's also now rarer. I noticed this because I had 10,000 Prophet's Blessings. I no longer have that. Why would you... Well, where'd they go, Wrath? I'll tell you where they went. I'll tell you where they went, where they really went. They went right here, okay? I was trying to replace and get another Starlight. Ended up getting all the Heart Watchers a man could need for E3, which is, you know, it's not bad. Got 2 stinking Valkyries before I got 1 Starlight. So I would say she's absolutely rarer now. But today we'll probably get her upgraded to like a 9-star, do a little bit of playing with her. It didn't sound great, but whatever. Before we do that, though, we're talking about the new event like we normally do. So let's jump in here. Grey Dwarf's Blessing, still rocking it out for another week, so you still have a week to make that super good gear. If you're, like me and you don't have enough gems because you're broke and you're homeless, well then that's just going to be a thing. But it's still going if you want to check it out. The value packages are nothing special this week, just kind of what they always are when it's Prophet Orbs. Whatevs. And then we got the Prophet Orb event itself. Rewards are largely the same as usual, except for, strangely enough this time, you get 3 Fortress heroes from the event. 1 Shadow, no Forest, no Abyss. So, I don't know why they've done this. They've done it a couple of times in the past, where they've taken what you used to get. You'd get one of every faction. So you get Shadow, Fortress, and then you have Forest and Abyss, or Abyss and Forest, whatever. And you get one of every faction from Heroic Miracle. Not this time. You're going to get 3 Fortress heroes, one of them being Ormus and one being Valentino. Now, Ormus has gotten a substantial buff from before. He's much better than he used to be. However, I would say he probably still doesn't work in like 90% of teams for like late game content. But can he work? Yes, absolutely. Valentino, I would say, still probably one of the best Fortress PVP units there is. That crowd control, hard to get away from it. It's pretty good. Plus, you get the hot relics, and relics is always nice. But you get the light and the dark hero. That's super duper important. Light and dark heroes go for your Heroic Miracle, which is eeny, meeny, miny, bam right here. Horus is going to be the reward, which is one of the top Shadow faction heroes. Him and Jara, pretty much the main ones you see anymore, so that's definitely good. As always, you get the 3-star gear, the 10 Prophet Orbs for doing the light and dark portion of the event. It's the hardest portion of the event. It's the one that usually is going to hold people up, so make sure you can do that each time it comes around, because it gives you 10 orbs to help you complete the orb event, so definitely nice. Definitely nice. And then, as always, you get the 2-star gear and 24 heroic scrolls for getting 3 5-stars from every other faction. You guys know how that works. There's no new fancy dancy thing there. So we'll go through and talk really quickly about the new heroes, just because it's a good idea to do so. We'll run down here, look at Horus. I've got an E3 Horus actually on this account. Love the guy, absolutely great. He works pretty well in PvP, at least for lower tier like I am. I'm not like a god tier PvP man. Definitely works pretty solidly there. But also when it comes to PvE, he's a really good unit for a couple of reasons. Primarily this last passive here, when he blocks, he hits 20% of the current HP of the attacker, based on Horus's attack, 1000% attack. And he also heals himself. This is good in a couple of situations. 1, he's pretty much always going to be doing damage as long as you have a high block build. 2, since he has a high block build, he has high survivability, plus he heals, he doesn't die nearly as easily. And also, even if he's crowd controlled, stunned, petrified, whatever, he's still capable of putting out respectable damage just because of that passive. So definitely one to keep your eye on. My Horus does about 100 million damage, which isn't great or anything. It's not bad, though. About 100 million versus the Broken Spaces boss. In this area place. There we go. Took a little load in there. About 100 million damage, and that's because he gets crowd controlled, so he can't really do a whole bunch of damage. But he's still able to do all the blocks, and the blocks give him a lot of extra damage output. Very solid unit for PvE. I definitely like him. And then, of course, in PvP, he still has that same deal. If he gets hit, he's dropping 20% of the enemy's HP in a single round, which isn't bad. It's kind of nice little extra damage for your team. With that said, we've got Ormus and Valentino to talk about as well. This is the wrong button over here. boop, Ormus, bang. Doesn't look any different than he used to, but he definitely functions a little bit differently. He has a huge amount of healing. When things get low in health, he can kind of like rescue the crap out of them. I've seen the Zeal's videos where he works very well in the Redemption team, so that's definitely a thing. I would still say you're probably better off with Valentino in most other teams, just because Valentino's very important. Lots of extra crowd control coming from Valentino. It's kind of a thing. Plus, he has crowd control as active skill. He can't be stunned. He has a lot of utility for a PvP-based team. But if you're doing like a Rainbow PVE team, I'd still say you probably need to take Sigmund over Ormus. While Ormus does have nice healing and way better than he used to be, I would say in most cases you're probably not going to use him still. That's just my personal opinion. So like if you see those videos and you're like, I gotta go build my Ormus, you might want to hold off on it for a little bit because he may very well not be everything you're expecting him to be. Is he better now? Absolutely, no arguing that. Definitely a much better Ormus than he used to be, but I don't know if everybody should just run out and build their Ormus straight away. I would still rather have my Sigmund for PvE to help my damage, and if I was doing a Rainbow, I would probably still take Valentino, just because he's going to add a lot more crowd control to your team. Now, unless you're like on an account that's got like the Candy Cane artifacts, the Magic Stone swords, fully maxed out Supermax teams, maybe you could squeeze Ormus into a Rainbow and make it work if you had like King Barton for stuns and, you know, Jar or something. I don't know, a lot of crowd control around him. But I'd still say Valentino's probably the better option, just in my personal opinion. I would say you probably still stick with that guy. So is he good? Sure. I'm definitely okay with him being better than he was, because before he was 100% useless. But I'd still say Valentino's probably your better option. That brings us to Valentino, which, as I just talked about, he's pretty much your better option in Fortress, in my opinion, for most teams, especially when it comes to PvP. Maybe even in the tower, probably still better to have Valentino, but there might be situations where Ormus is better than Valentino in the tower. If you're looking for a lot of heals to keep your team alive, could be a thing. Could definitely be a thing, but, you know, that's just my opinions. Primarily a PvP hero, not like a boss fighter or anything. Valentino's not. Can he do decent damage as a boss fighter? I would say he's better than most crowd control units because he gets the overload proc and gets some extra damage out, so that's definitely not bad. But there we go. That's kind of the hero run over, and today what we're going to do, on top of not even noticing that there's a new background called Spring. Oh, Spring is here. What we are going to do is we're going to upgrade our Starlight here to 9-star. Because I want to give her a little bit of a test, see how she works. I do have max mage tech on this account, so it's a pretty decent account to actually test a Starlight on. Plus, I've got an Echo not upgraded, so that's not the best. But I'll give her a little bit extra crit chance, a little bit of a crit HP stone, just pumped a little bit of resources into it to make her not like a total weenie muffin. But let's go ahead and get her upgraded by using, I don't know, a couple roses, a couple grews. There you go. Become a 7-star Starlight. Delicious. That's going to boost her crowd control chance on her basic skill, basic attack, which is not bad. Basic attack has like all the crowd controls, like a 20% chance to drop them, which isn't bad. Boosting her crit with 8-star, get a 5% more crit chance. Also 10% more attack coming in, 15% more HP, and 15 more speed. So that's not bad either. Let's go ahead and drop, should we drop triple Valkyrie in there? Just make people mad? Sounds like a good idea. Oh yeah, we did it. Let's go. Get out of here, Valkyrie. No one loves you. You're adopted. You're totally adopted. There we go. 8-star. Moving up in the power ranks. And then the final one here, when anybody dies in the battlefield, she heals herself by 15% of her max health, goes up to 20, and boosts her attack and her crit damage by 12%. So we'll go ahead and throw a Starlight copy in, throw a 6-star Zekis in, and throw eeny, meeny, miny, Zekis, and Melassa. Melassa, it's your day to go. There you go. 9-star. She's going places. Almost 500,000 HPs. Not great, but she's also level 140 out of 200. We're going to go ahead and max her out just because, like I said, I want to get a little bit of a test on her. You can't really test her accurately. Well, even at 9-star, you can't really do like a great test, but it is a decent way to show you how she's working at least. So there we go. 642,000 HP, 40,000 attack. What we're going to do also here is we're going to go ahead and we're going to take old Ada. Old Ada with her mage gear. We're going to just be naked Ada for a quick moment. And we are going to put all her business on you. Now, I'm going to leave the candy cane off. I think the crit might work a little bit better for her. 80% crit chance, no crit damage. I was going to debate pushing up to like a Celestial Stone. I was like, that's a lot of resources to invest in a 9-star Starlight that likely I'm going to feed out. But if you haven't looked at Starlight's new skills, it's a good time to do it. We'll look at the 10-star version because that's obviously what you're going to be shooting for if you're going to build one. Made her quite a bit faster, by the way. Has the exact same speed as Valentino now, which is much better than it used to be. Decent attack, 32,000, 500,000 health. Not bad stats. Can you check these here? You can. Not that it matters. Anywho's, the active skill here, you look at it and you're like, that's a lot of damage. 1,600% of her attack is damage shared against all surviving enemies. So depending on what you're fighting, whether it be a boss or whether it be a single unit or 3 bosses or a 6-man team in PvP, that damage gets split. So if she had like 100,000 base attack, that would be 1.6 million damage that gets split between, if you're in PvP, 6 units, or about 300,000 damage each. If it's just against one boss, he'd take the full 1.6 million damage, which isn't bad damage. But is it going to keep up with some other heroes? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what 9-star's putting out, and then we can test it from there. But also, her basic attack now hits 3 random enemies, dealing 110% of her attack as damage, but it also has a 20% chance to inflict either stun, silence, freeze, petrify, or horrify on them, which is kind of nice. It's a little bit of a run the gamut there. You can get a little bit of anything out of Starlight, which is kind of cool. Her second passive we already looked at, boosts her crit, attack, HP, and her speed. And then her final one here, whenever someone dies, she boosts her own health, heals up by 20% of her max HP, which isn't a bad deal. Also boosts her attack and her crit damage. So she functions kind of like Flame Strike used to before they reworked Flame Strike, and now as units die, she kind of gets stronger. So if you had a team of sacrificial units, like the old, Destroyers, where you boost attack when he dies naturally, plus she gets the attack from her own passive, and things like that, you could probably boost Starlight to have a pretty decent chunk of attack and a nasty amount of crit damage just by having your own allies die and turning her into a kind of nuke. I'm not going to test her that way today, or at least I don't think I can even properly, because I can't really test her in PvP at 9-star. She'll just get wrecked on. But when it comes to boss fighting, I think my monster we might be able to find a way to get her to stay alive for that. We'll try. I don't have any destroyers or anything built like, you guys don't know what I'm talking about for Destroyer. Where's Destroyer at? Right here. Boop, Destroyer. I'm the Destroyer of Worlds. His last passive, when he dies, he grants all your allies 15% attack for 5 rounds. So he gives you like a little extra attack boost. But if you get him to 9-star, I think it's like, is it 20? I can't remember. I haven't had a 9-star Destroyer in ages. I don't know. But anyways, that's a way to boost your attack even further if you're doing it that way. I think there's also a way you can do it with Emily's. When she falls below half health, she boosts your attack and decreases enemy armor. Another way to kind of cheese it and boost it up a little bit. But anyways, with that said, we got a mail. What do we get a mail from? Making a 9-star. Give me that loot. Give it to me. But that makes us pretty much ready to go. 800,000 health. It's not bad. Has about the same HP as my HW does, but way more attack. 60,000 attack. Not bad for a 9-star. Now she does have, like I said, she has max tech. She's got pretty solid gear on. Pretty weak stone. Not a great artifact, but, I wonder if we could, 7.5% crit, would it be worth swapping that in instead? Nearly 1 million HPs. We'll leave it like that. We'll give it that shot. It seems like that's pretty decent. What we're going to do is we're going to do a little battle over here in the broken spaces, but we're not going to run our full team, obviously, for reasons, because it would kill it. It would totally kill the crap out of it. What we can do is let's run a team. We've got Valentino. I guess we're not going to run like an aura. Valentino's probably not important for this. Cruz boost damage. Heartwatcher boost damage. She's obviously very important. What else do we got to go in here that could boost some damages? Sigmund, removing armor. That seems pretty important. Anything else we really have? No. That would kind of kill our aura to keep Cruz in. But I don't think the aura is going to be super duper important. We can try it with an aura as well. We'll just throw old Bade and Odio on in there. There you go. Welcome to the team. Welcome to the team. And let's see what Starlight can drop in PvE now that she has quite a bit more damage. She's obviously attacking 2 units here, which means she's going to split that. She only had 1,000% of her attack as damage at 6-star to 9-star. So, she's going to be splitting that between the 2, so they each should take 500% of her attack as damage. Obviously, as we stack up the Heartwatcher buffs, the armor being removed by Sigmund, we should see, I hope, some decent numbers from her. 600,000 each, not bad, round 5. But if you guys don't know, it takes 10 rounds for a 9-star Heartwatcher to reach full damage capacity for your team. So we've got a little bit before she hits like the tippy top. Plus, if the deer monster lands on her and boosts her attack and things like that, there's a lot of things that go into it. Already dropping almost 1 million damage there on that crit. It's not bad. Not bad for like a not souped up Starlight and also at 9-star. We'll see. We'll see what she does. 200,000 with the basic. That's not bad. About $250,000. Like a deal. There you go. 1.1 million damage each. That's not bad. That's pretty decent. Especially since, from before, let's be honest, Starlight was 100% food. Nobody actually used one because she was just kind of butt. But now she's actually doing a little bit of decent damage, it looks like. I don't know what she's going to end up at, but, And also, again, it would behoove me to say it'd probably be better with obviously the maxed crit damage stone to really boost those crits further. A Punisher staff, you would probably be pretty surprised by. 24 million damage is not terrible for a pretty weak team. Starlight dropped 11.5 million damage there. That's not insane boss damage by any stretch of the imagination. It's nothing compared to like what an Ada or an Aspen or a lot of heroes do. But that's not bad compared to what she did before. What I want to try, though, is this is a wave 2. I want to see if we can get her to... Let's do something like this. Like so. And let's see if we can get these guys to die. I probably don't want Vesta there then. Let's all Heart Watchers and a Starlight. Seems legit. But if I can get these ones to die, hopefully these two will stay alive. I don't know if they actually will. We're about to find out. But I want to see if she can get pretty nukey by boosting those attacks and crit damage. One thing I just kind of want to see. So let's see if these guys are going to kill these Heart Watchers. They should. I would assume they will. Oh yeah, they're going to die. They're going to die 100%. Look at all those Heart Watcher marks she just put on. So she's now got the 4 stacks of attack, the 4 stacks of crit damage as well. Ooh, is that 1.2 million damage already? That's not bad. 1.4 million damage. She's getting kind of wrecked on, though. There's not enough healing. Maybe she'll stay alive. 1.9 mil. She's going to die. She's 100% going to die. And that's the problem, like with a 9-star. It's kind of hard to test her. We'll go ahead and just boop. Go ahead and next that. Bing! 14 million damage, so not great damage. She dropped 10.7 million of it, though, and she did die 5 rounds early. So like I said, this is not like in-game Starlight testing. This is just kind of like a run-of-the-mill average player will probably have this on hand. You probably have 3 Starlight copies laying around. She was pretty common before. But that's not bad. If I could keep her alive, that might be a better deal. I don't have a Bell Rain or anything on this account to kind of throw in there with her and keep her going. Is there a better thing I could do here? I don't have any healers. That's my thing. I have nobody that heals people. It's just not a thing. You know what we could try? We could try her in PvP. Let's try her a little bit. Oh, wait, no. We don't want to... Having a naked Ada is going to be a little bit rough. Yeah, she's not naked, but she's not going to be anywhere near as good as she normally is. Whatever. Ooh, we're rank 73. Oh, the arena reset. That's right. Let's look for someone who's, like, not crazy. Oh, baby, we might be able to kill this guy with Starlight. We might be able to do it. Let's try it. Let's get rid of all the big daddies in here because that just seems a little bit OP. There we go. Oh, yeah. And what do we need in here as well? We could throw in some Cruisage for some stunnage, some King Barton for some stunnage, you for some stunnage. It's looking good. That's looking hot. Do we need Heart Watcher in here? Probably not. What else do we need? A couple fodders to just get thrown to death. Maybe, perhaps. Boop, boop, something like that. So they could die. Interesting. Let's see what happens. 208,000 power. We're not way up there in the power. Let's see what we get. We already got a Horrify off. That's what I'm talking about. We'll slow it down. We'll take things slow here. That's important. Ooh, get wrecked on, people. Get wrecked on low-level PvP. You have nothing. Look at that. Now, I think our monster probably outweighed that guy's monster by quite a bit. Look at that. 1.3 million damage. He's got a baby golem. The baby golem is cute, but it's not enough. Definitely not enough. Let's look for someone else. 10-star Dant monster. What? Gotta fight this dude. Now, obviously, this team's not going to work against him. He's got quite a bit more upgrades. But I also don't want to just, like, just one E3 probably is going to be a little too much anyways. I'll be honest about things. What do we got here? We could run an aura, couldn't we? Yeah. Let's get a light and a dark 5-star. Boop. And boop. There we go. Get a rainbow aura going here. And let's see. Hopefully Horus doesn't just outright mow everybody down, which likely he's going to. That's what Horus does. I don't know. We'll see. I just kind of want to see what old Starlight's able to do here. Double silence and a stun on that basic attack. She got everybody. Is that a bug? Is she just that good? I don't know. We'll see. Okay. All right. Nobody's dead yet. Oh, she killed someone died. Yeah, she healed up. Not the most amazing damages. But the thing is, as the enemies die, she does also get some health back. So that's kind of nice. There you go. All right. I mean, she's hanging pretty well. I mean, Horus obviously carrying the team there. Let's be real about things. Grab that out. Look over here. She did drop nearly 2.4 million damage. Not bad. Now, she was fighting. Like I said, it's not like the greatest team ever assembled. But that's not bad. She did more damage at 9-star than the 8-star Valkyrie did. But, of course, Valkyrie got kind of pooped on a little bit. You know, did more damage than the 10-star Dant Monster did. Go Starlight. 2 points for Starlight's team. It's got a 9-star Demon Hunter and what is that? Oh, it's Queen. I was like, is that Jara? I'm not really up on the Queen skins. Try that one too, but we'll just get rid of Horus here. I don't think we'll need Horus for that one. Who do we need though? We need a Shadow, don't we? A Bade. That seems like we're cutting our power a little low. We had like 400,000 power. Is there someone we can like substitute in for more stats? Do we really need the aura? That's the question. The problem is all my units are kind of good that are beefy. And I don't want to just walk in there and like just steamroll the guy and it'd be like, well, that wasn't very fair. You know what? We'll run it like this. We'll see if we can't get a little bit of nukage out of Starlight and just kind of push the bounds at 200,000 power. Oh, I don't know how it's going to work. We're probably going to get wrecked here. Like, oh, a lot of counterattacks come in. Forgot about that. All right. We'll see. No one's dead yet on our side, so there's no boost to old Starlight here yet. Okay, going slow. Going nice and slow. All right. One died. There you go. Pretty decent hit coming out of Starlight there. That wasn't bad. That really wasn't bad. I mean, of course, like I said, we're not fighting like the tippy top tier teams here. I don't have an E3 Starlight to test against E3 teams. I wouldn't assume she's going to be in-game material. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. I am not perfect. But yeah, I mean, so far, I mean, she's up against a team that's got quite a bit more power than she does. Now, she is geared pretty well for a 9-star with the mage gear and all that business. Her crowd control is actually looking like it's on point. A lot of people are dying on the battlefield, which is going to be boosting her attack and her crit damage, which is kind of nice. Here comes the deer drop. Oh, killed everybody. Not probably a strong monster on the enemy side there, I would say. What'd you have? I didn't see it drop. It's more of a baby deer. More of a baby deer. That's not bad, though. 1.7 million damage. We did manage to take the team, and we did have quite the power deficit there. The monster does make a really big deal in those fights. See if we can find someone. Chao Yang. Oh, ooh, I don't know if that's a good idea. I don't know if that's a good one. E1 King Barton, probably not going to be a good friend to old Starlight there. I just don't want to like overpower the enemy. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be like just, oh my gosh, this is going to be crazy, horrible, bad for you. Jeff's got the Katuga. E2 Valkyrie, that's probably not a good idea. This guy's got a really... Come on, Chivo. Come on, Chivo. What are you doing here? I'm trying to make some content. Can't make it on that. What are you looking like? There's some 9-stars. 4 9-stars. 7-star, 8-star. Not sure where her tech... If I was that person, I'd probably have tech and assassin, being as I have 4 assassins. So we can give it a shot here. I don't think it's going to go well, because Karim does stack quite a bit of damage as your team dies, so this nuke might backfire on us here pretty bad. But let's give it a shot and just kind of see how it goes. It's kind of what we're doing here. Just want to see how it goes. So far, she's kind of surprised me, and she's done markedly better than I expected her to. So that's kind of nice. Plus, if they do kill a lot of our units in round 1, we'll get a better chance to kind of nuke with Starlight and see how well she can do. Okay. Now ooh, that Bloodblade's gonna wreck her bad. That's not good. That is not good. Okay, people died. She kind of healed a little bit. Okay. All right. Petrified going in. The question is, can she survive? Oh, that's gonna be nasty on her. Oh, the burn got her. So not quite strong enough to solo the whole team. Couldn't keep her alive. 2 million damage, that's not bad. I wonder if I could swap her artifact to a little bit of reduced damage to kind of help her survive to the end. I mean, I've got a King of Demons laying about right here. And if you're not in the team, then it ain't gonna hurt nothing. You know, we could run both of them. You know what I'm saying? We could try that. Let's try to rematch that battle, but this time we'll ditch the old aura. I don't think the aura's gonna be hyper important. We'll knock out Bade here, and we'll throw in a Heart Watcher just to give me a little bit more tankability in front of my Starlight, just so you know she's not dead immediately. Let's try that again with some reduced damage on Starlight to help maybe keep her surviving, and see if we can't pull something slightly better out this time. You know, what's the worst that could happen? We could lose again, which isn't that important. Like I said, it's not that big a deal. So 1 down already on our side. That's not a bad thing. It kind of boosts her attack and her crit early on. Let's see what we can get going. Let's see what we can get going. This 1-time speed is going to be a little bit slow. Oh, man. That's one thing that sucks is Shia is going to target Starlight because she'll have the highest attack on the team. Well, I was talking about that Heart Watcher doing some tankability for old Starlight, but it does not seem that's going to be the case at all. No, did not work even a little bit. I think it went worse than last time. I'm like 14% sure it did. She still had 1.5 million damage. We gotta try it again. The problem is I don't have anything weak. I have no weak sauce units to throw in and be like, oh, it's balanced. I have an E3 Aspen. It's like, is that really balanced? The answer is absolutely no, it's not. The power would be kind of balanced, 600,000 power, but I mean, come on. Is that going to be fair? Watch us die. Watch us lose. I don't know. I just want to see Starlight make it to an active skill cast if everybody's dead. That's what I want to see. So there we go. Let's see if this one, I mean, we shouldn't lose this one. If nothing else, Horus should solo tank the match for us. I don't know. It'd still probably be a good idea to run, you know, like a team, like at least one really good tank with your Starlight to keep her alive. But as you can see here, it's going far better in our favor this time, of course. I would say that's likely largely due to Horus, because Horus is a freak, and he's going to one-shot everybody. Oh no, Deer Monster will. No, Deer Monster didn't. But Horus will. When he gets back to turn, he's going to be like, what's up? Dead. Dead. Get wrecked. So, I mean, is it really fair? No. Horus does too much for me. I just don't have, if I had like a 9-star or a 10-star Gru that I could throw here and kind of like tank with that and kind of, you know, be reducing their attack, reducing their crit, and keeping them a little bit weaker, it might work out better for me. It's just kind of hard at a 9-star level to actually give her a good solid run in PvP. Look, I pushed it up to rank 2. You're welcome. You're welcome for that rank 2. You is welcome. Can I find one person that's kind of... Yogg, you ready for the Starlight action? No, he is not. 100% he is not. Everybody's over 1 million powers. I mean, that might be a fairer test. Maybe. Everybody's got the E1s, E2s, and that's the problem. Is Starlight's really just not gonna hang when you're fighting really ranked up units. We can try something like, oh, it's Epsilon. I don't want to fight my own people. That seems a little mean. Lemmings, E2 Valkyrie, a lot of 10 stars. Just, I don't know. I don't think we'll be able to keep Starlight alive really in those kind of situations. She's just not ranked up enough. I mean, if she was like an E3 Starlight, I'd be all down to throw her into some of those fights and see how it went. But I mean, I would say she's no doubt better than she was. Do I think she's going to make a big bang in like the in-game metas? No, I don't think she will. I could be wrong. You might be able to build an E3 Starlight with the Punisher staff and the double crit stone and really just nuke the crap out of people. Personally, I just don't see it. I don't think it's going to happen. Is she better? Yep. Is she going to be amazing? I don't believe so. She might work better in the Aspen dungeon as well, being able to do crowd control on 3 enemies. And when someone dies, healing herself by a % of her HP. Again, that could be something she works well with. I just personally don't think she's going to be like the new thing. That's just my initial assessment. I could run King of Demons on you and give you 60% reduced damage. Why not? Why not? We'll just do it like that. We'll leave it the way it is. That works. But there you go. That's the new events kind of hammered out. A little bit of a test on Starlight. You know, I'm sorry I couldn't do a better test on Starlight, but I mean, I mean, I could. I could make her a 10-star if I really wanted to. Make a 9-star here and make her a 10. Well, I couldn't. I don't have a Starlight copy, so that's a lie. I couldn't do that if I wanted to. So that's as best I could do on short notice without having any of them really stockpiled back. If I would have had 5 copies, I might have debated just 10-starring one and using her as my 10-star fodder for when I built my Ada to E3. But for nowsies, I would say she's definitely a better unit than she was, but I would definitely also argue that she's not going to be some new great unit that everyone needs to build. She doesn't feel like it. Could be wrong. Could be me. Probably is. But that's just my initial assessment. So there we go, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked the video, please make sure, smash that thumbs up button and show your support. And I will see you guys in the next one.